Okay, now, who is looking for a full winter quilting experience? This winter Elevate Quilt Box is available now through March 18th with options starting at just $75 through our club stores or $99 to try it. Each box includes over $400 with tools, fabric, thread, and guided projects with everything you need to stay inspired all season long. It's the perfect way to learn, to quilt, and to grow in your quilting experience this winter.
Hey, hi there. It is so good to see everybody. Surprise, I'm back. Well, at least for this week. Susan's here from snowy Indiana. Susan and I get that snow. I'm sorry you guys are dealing with all the weather you are down there. Deanna, so good to see you. I know Oregon can't be as cold as Michigan right now. Regina, my friend, how are you doing? I know I think what the problem is with the times is that Donnell starts at a different time and Stacy may start at a different time. And just know whenever I'm on, it's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. It's going to be 5 o'clock Mountain and 4 o'clock Pacific. Okay, I had to stop and think about that. I haven't said that in a while. Lois, welcome from an icy Delaware. Oh my goodness, I hope it melts off pretty soon for you. Linda, hi, welcome. Oh, Linda Show, so good to see you, my friend. And Sharon's here from a cold Delaware. Um, oh, good, Regina. Regina, I'm so glad to hear this. She said that they had snow flurries, the real bad ice storm missed them. I'm so glad to hear that. Lisa from Sugarland. Oh, thank you. I've missed you guys too. I really have. And Jean is here from Mulford in Washington. Beverly Kramer from Sub-Zero Central Wisconsin. Yeah, it's Sub-Zero up here in Michigan too, in the Upper Peninsula. Linda, my Michigander buddy, and Mary Woodward. Mary Woodward, okay, is here from Northern Illinois. Mary Lou Irish is here from Venice, Florida. She's probably got the highest temperatures of all of us. And Eileen is here from a Snowden, Rhode Island. And I hear you guys out east have really gotten whacked bad with snow. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with it. So, what are we going to do tonight? We're going to have a little fun. We are going to talk about our Spinifex Snowflake 9 and Spinifex Snowflake 10. What I'm going to do with these two is pretty different. I want to say different. Yeah, there's no other word for it, okay? Hi, Sandy. Oh, Louisville, Texas, cold, icy, snowbound. Oh, I've missed you too. I'm so glad you're here. And Nancy from Arkansas. Right now, one of my friends is on her way to Texas from Michigan. And she's hoping to have warmer weather down there. I hope for her sake she does too. I really do. So let's take a look at what I've kind of sketched out for us tonight. Okay. When I first did this, I thought to myself, you know what? This looks like a shish kebab. I really did feel that way. But you know what? It grew on me, and it really didn't take all that long to grow on me. I'm really glad I liked it. Monica's here from Durand, Illinois. Oh, thank you, Monica. You guys don't know how much it means to me. I've heard so many lovely things from so many of you, and they're not lost on me. I do appreciate it so much. And we're going to be coming up with some new things, and I'll be popping on every now and again. So, I'll be around. So, here's what we're going to do. Kind of looks weird. It does look like a shish kebab, Sandy said. Yeah, it really does. But the more I played with it, the more I really liked it. So let's take a look. I've got 16 crosshairs tonight, 16 reference lines. And the first template that I'm going to use is the template number 9. I want to make sure this is number 9. If you don't have these yet, guys, this is some awesome templates. This is number 9. Number 9 has the little circle on it, as well as this awesome arrow. Arrows seem to be all the rage these days. So if you're doing a quilt with a lot of these arrow prints in it, this template is a must-have. So let's go ahead and start with that. Now I have placed a sticker, and where I placed that was right across from where this needle channel is. Okay, so it kind of gave me that visual, because you all know I need help when it comes to visual, right? So let's go in and we're going to pull some thread up. I'm going to double check this foot height though. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I was playing with a different kind of um, batting. And some the battings just sometimes are not all created equally high. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to start on an even numbered reference line. And you all know how I like doing that, 1 through 16. And I like to refer to even number and odd number reference lines simply because for me it's easier. And part of that is because I am directionally challenged. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this this diamond shape. Okay, let's see before I get going who else is here. Okay. Oh, Kathy Rodriguez. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Ina is here also from Old Oz. Oh, Queensland, Australia. Oh, duh, I knew that. I'm sorry. And Joyce from Fairfield, California. You guys, it's so good to see you all. Okay, here we go. We're going to line this up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're only going to do half of this. And for those of you who did the Starry Night quilt with us, you're going to remember how we put the stars together. We're going to come over and around. This is where I like to say I like my hesitation stitch because I want that to be nice and pointy. And I'm going to stop with my needle down. What I'm going to do next, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim the thread too, because y'all know how I hate extraneous thread in my way, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just turn it this way. I'm still lining everything up, and it's still going to be the same. And I'm only going to come up halfway again. Now, you could come up on either side. You could come up this way, or you could come up this way. I like to be different, so I'm going to come up with the left. And here we go. And this time, I'm going to stop when I get to where my two bottoms come together there. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to line up my circle. I'm going to get that out of the way so I don't end up crinkling that in your ears. That is just no fun. I'm going to do a half circle. I'm sorry. Remember, when we're doing a circle, we want to keep this, our stitch length just a little smaller. So, whoops, going the wrong way. I need to go backwards again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do one complete rotation. Here's my hesitation spot. Now, coming down here, you're going to have to be a little careful. This is why we always tell you, don't push on the template and don't push on the foot. Because if you don't, everything's going to be perfect. There we go. I'm going to come in here. I'm now going to turn this around so you can see better. Hi, Lee. Oh, it's so good to see you. I wish I was doing template tonight, but I'm not. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to now finish up my circle. And I just want to double check. I want to make sure that I do. I need to smush just a little bit here, but that's okay. There we go. And now we're going to finish that circle. And I'm going to move my template again. I know this is a lot of moving around of the template, but you know what? As you can see from the design, I think it's worth it. I think it looks awesome when it's all put together. And then we're going to come back down, take that hesitation stitch. We're going to get ourselves back to center. You'll know you're in the right space, in the right spot. When you hit that center line, that reference line is going to be perfect. And here we're just going to go ahead. We're going to come down and finish up this design. And along we're going to go back to center. Okay, get my needle down. So we're going to do this. We're going to repeat this on each of the even numbered reference lines. Okay, so here's 2. We're going to skip 3 and we're going to repeat that on 4. All right. So here we go, lining up again. And we've got this area back here. We want to make sure that we're lined up, not just here, but also back here. Okay. Judy, welcome from Wisconsin. I'm going to be down in Wisconsin teaching starting in April. Not sure where you are. Beverly, I wanted to let you know that too. I will be teaching at so-and-so in Appleton. Oh, I need to back up my foot here, or back up my template. I want to make sure that I am on this line. And here we go again. Don't fall off, just take your time. Hesitation stitch. We're going to come all the way up. Now, why do I do this? Why do I do this as opposed to this? Well, simply because if I turn my template around like this, I am positive to have it in the same place each time. If I were to leave it like this, because I'm me, no other excuse for it, I could get up a little further or back a little further. And I want these all to be as even as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and here's the first half of the second design. And we're going to come in until we hit our reference line. We're going to make sure we've got our needle down. And you can see this does not take a long time. Even though it looks really complicated, it really is kind of fun to do. Okay, we're going to come in and we're going to do half a circle. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a whole circle and then just come back and do half later. But me, it's just the way I am. I just always find the difficult way, right? Okay, and here we go. We're going to do a whole rotation this time. And up we're going to go. And back to center. Make sure that that needle is down. With my machine, I don't have a needle up, needle down function. So if it's not down, I can end up in the next county, so to speak, right? Right. Oh, you know where it is, Beverly. I hope you're close by. I would love to see you. Okay. I don't know if I ever told you my cousin's name was Beverly Kramer. Okay, I am going to make sure that I use my spacing gauge, and there it is. Awesome. If you have to smush, that's the way to do it, just like that. Keep those stitches just a little smaller. And there we go. And back in. And again, I'm going to start at the very tip. And I'm going to come around, and I'm going to use this instead of my fat fingers. I'm going to come around and stop right here. And right here is where my line crosses the reference line. Okay? Make sure I'm lined up down here as well as up there. Hesitation stitch. Come down, stop on the reference line. Make sure that that needle is down. Okay. And we're going to come back to center. How many of you have tried these templates already? I am telling you, I was not sure when I first saw them, and I absolutely love them. Okay, let's do a couple more, just because we can. All right. And again, lining up. I'm going to go up the left side this time. I'm going to be a rebel. Okay, we're going to make sure to hesitate. Stop. Make sure that needle is down. And we're going to turn it around. And we're going to do our second diamond. Now, I want you to notice that every wiggle and wobble that I make on this is going to show big time because I'm using a high contrast thread. When I'm stitching a regular quilt, I tend to use a lower contrast thread. I want my quilting usually not to be the star of the show. I want the pacing to show. I want the quilting to show as well. But if, for example, if I'm templating, I want my template to be the star of the show. I really do. I think it's just very, very nice to have. Oh, Regina, isn't that a cool spacing gauge? That is so cool, isn't it? It's got a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch. And what's awesome about this, it has a perfect scanned 1/4 of an inch guide in here as well. I love this. I absolutely love this. Edwina is here from San Francisco. Welcome. If I've neglected you, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. This will be the last diamond on this side. And back to center. Oh, I came off my template a little bit on that one. I'm not going to worry about it. This is a practice piece, right? And we all know I am not perfect. Far from perfect. Okay, here we go. Boy, I don't think I'd even want to be perfect. That's too much pressure. Okay, realign our circle. Check that spacing one more time. Yeah, need to. And the reason, guys, that I need to be adjusting this is because every stitch we put in is drawing that fabric in closer and closer. So this does not surprise me. And you know what? It's perfectly fine. Absolutely fine. No worries at all. We can adjust and readjust as many times as we need to, and it'll be just fine. Okay, there we go. See how easy these needle channels are? Man alive, if I had gates on these templates, it would be taking me twice as long. Of course, then I'd have to talk twice as much, and that's never a good thing for me. Probably not a real great thing for you either to have to sit and listen, right? Okay, here we go. Oh, I do want to let you know, Stacy will be back in 2 weeks. Okay, I just talked to her. And did any of you get to the road to California yet this year? Oh, I guess it's over now, but it was the end of last week. It's easy to remember. It started on my birthday and ended on our twins' birthday. My stepsons. Okay, here we go. We're going to do one more. Stitch in place. Stop with the needle down. Twist that template. We're only doing half of the design for each rotation. And if these don't turn out exactly the same length, well, this one's not going to because I came off of the template. But if these don't come out exactly the same spot, it isn't going to matter because look at how far away they are. Nobody's going to notice that. Seriously, it's not going to show at all. Okay, let's get our circle part in. I used to hate small circles. I don't hate them anymore because what I do when I'm making small circles, and I found this to be worthy of doing them almost perfect almost all the time. Okay. I'll never say perfect all the time because there's no way that I can be perfect all the time or anybody else can be perfect all the time. But what I do is I keep my hands limp. I don't hold it. I'm not stressed about it. I used to be. I used to clutch that template and just hold on for dear life. But now I just keep my hands nice and mellow and I keep my stitches small and I just work my way around. And since I've been doing it that way, what I find is, oh my gosh, my circles are so much better. Am I perfect? Well, heck no, but it's better. And that's what matters, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to do the best that we can. And how do we get good? Well, we get good by practicing. Isn't that the truth? And I've got news for you guys. We practice a lot too. The educators, we are practicing. We're not just sitting down and doing this off of the top of our head first time right every time. Nope. Oops, I almost forgot to check my spacing here. I want to do that. There we go. We got it now. So if you see white fingertips when I'm doing this, you'll know that I messed up or I'm going to mess up. One or the other, it's going to happen either way. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. So I'd like to know, did you all get what you wanted for Christmas this year? And I hope that some of it was templates. Okay, we're going to come down, we're going to line up and come back to center. And we'll just start off with half of this and then we'll come back. And there we go, back to center. Now the center is going to build up somewhat because we're in and out of it many times. And one of the things I like to do is stop just maybe a long stitch before I get to the center and then walk my needle over that. And I find that that does help to keep that center a little more open and not so balled up, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me go ahead, and this one's going to be a little longer, so I want to make sure that I've got you all set. Let's take a look here. Okay, so on this, which is the Spinifex 10, we've got this really cool, I don't know what the shape is you want to call it, but it's really cool. Okay, it's this kind of goes around, goes around, goes around. And then on this side, it has the Spinifex number 10 on it. I think that's number 10. I'm pretty sure it is. So you've got these two that you can play with together. The other thing that's really kind of cool is as you're looking at the templates, this shows 6 inches, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. That's how big the design will be. And we'll play with that a little bit too after we get the design done. Then when you flip it over, okay, flip it over, Kath. Okay, this way. I knew how to do it. I'm directionally challenged, remember? Oh, Judy hasn't tried this one yet. It is so cool. It really is. You've got 3 inch, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. So that's the completed size if you're using it as just as a Spinifex. Okay. So we'll take a look at that today too. Now, one of the other things that I think is really important, Spinifex 9, look at the beautiful borders you can make. And I thought about making some borders with this too. There's so many ideas. I can't keep them all straight, but I would like to use this one and this one in conjunction with each other. Put a diamond, then a circle, then a diamond, then a circle, and so forth. I really think that would be pretty. Now, look at the border on this one, guys. Is this amazing or what? I could easily see this on a wide sashing, 5 inch sashing or something like that. I think it just would make it beautiful. I love this as well. We're going to see if we can do something with that. Okay. Actually, oh, I don't know if I can reach it or not. Let me see. Oh, I can. Oh, good. I get to show this to you. I'm so excited. Thursday, we're going to be doing this Thursday. Okay. Here is that. I don't even know what shape to call it, but this shape has a Spinifex. Is that awesome or what? I think that is so, so pretty. It really, really is. And here's one of the border treatments that I used with that too. I actually did Lee. I did Template with it. And then here's our arrow design. Arrows are really big right now, aren't they? Especially in baby stuff. I Yes, I'm pretty old because all I remember is pink and blue. Okay, I digress. Let's go back now. Again, what I did was I put a little arrow on here, and it happens to be right across from the needle channel, and that's where we're going to start on this one. Going to come back up here to reference line. We'll call it 1. And what I did was I didn't want this to come down too far because then it would run over. So to give it that real shish kebab kind of look, I pulled it up so that I can use my spacing gauge and know it's not going to impede. It's not going to cross over the other design. Okay, that to me was really important. So let's go ahead and get this first rotation half done. Only half done. We're going to do this the same way we did the other one. This one's just going to come out further from the center, okay? And we're going to come halfway up. Now remember, if you're not on the line perfectly, not the end of the world, not at all. The lines are going to disappear. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to line up my needle channel again right here, and I'm going to do half a rotation. Doesn't matter which half, you can do whichever half you want. This is such a pretty one, and it's not as difficult as you think. Although coming around this curve right here, you do have to be a little careful. You don't want to be going so fast that you end up going off of it, kind of like skiing a mogul and ending up in a tree, right? Don't want to do that. I'm going to now pull this one out. This time it's the easy circle because we're going to do the entire circle at one time. Oh, and I need to right side of the template against the fabric. That means the side with the staple tape. Okay, going to line those lines up and do just a whole circle. Ooh. Okay. I'm kind of glad this happened, guys. You see what's going on here? I really struggled with this because my staple tape is off of my fabric. And when I first started going, the template stuck. I should have turned my template so that all of my staple tape was on the fabric. And then you see how much nicer that circle would look, just like that. Okay, you know, sometimes our mistakes are good because you can benefit from what we mess up. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this back around. And I'm good with that. I'm not perfect. Oh, goodness, no, not even close. And here we go. Now we're going to finish up this side of the template. Now, if you didn't want to put that circle on the outside, you wouldn't have to, and then you wouldn't have to change templates at all. Okay, here we go. Stop right there, needle down. Now I'm just going to turn that template around and come back to center. And there we go. This is a pleasure to work with. Now, this is what I was talking about before. I know that you can't see this real well, but let me see how close I can get this for you guys, okay? Oh, wrong way. There we go. Ooh, I guess I could pull that in real close. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. And Susan. Oh, Susan, I, I am so with you. I am so with you. Susan says, I wish my templates came with the needle slot instead of the puzzle piece. So do I. Unfortunately, my husband's not willing to allow me to spend that much money to reinvest. I guess I don't blame him. I don't know. What do you do, right? Okay, so what I've done is I've come about it would be two normal stitches with one larger stitch, and then I use my hand wheel and I just bring myself back to center, just like that. And it helps to keep that center a little freer, not quite so bogged down. No, that's not going to work either. Darn, I wish I could had an easier way to show you guys. So that's how I do it. I'm going to pull you back out again. Isn't that cool? I love this camera. My husband bought me this camera when I first started doing so steady template work, and it is such a good. It was such a good investment, and it's called an Elmo. And one of my favorite students, brought me an Elmo doll too. Yeah, she's not here tonight. I don't know where she is. Okay, Linda says some of the new needle slots are a little bigger than they need to be, and the foot doesn't smoothly go across it. That, Linda, is when I say it's best to slow down just a little bit. Okay. I know that even today, when I was working on a project and we filmed it, you'll probably see it. It's on my YouTube page, it's on Wesley by Me, it's on my Facebook page. Um, Even with the gate lifted up just a hair and made a little bump in my design. So it can happen. It really can. But if we slow down, take it nice and easy, we should be good, Linda. Okay. All right, here we go. This will be our second time doing this side. And it's a good question to ask too, why some would be larger than others. I would think that they'd all be the same size. I get that part. So now we're going to come back, and it just worked out this way, guys. We're going in this direction and this direction, used that same exact spot. I did not plan that. Okay. That was what I call my happy accident. All right. Up we go. We're going to go halfway. And up to the top. Needle down. No, there we go. Now I got it down there. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to use this one. Now, this time, it doesn't matter because my whole template is now on my fabric. Okay, I'm going to move this just a little bit here for you. So I'm going to be good to go on this one. But you may want to even go ahead and do it in this direction. You still can line it up. That's the nice thing about this. You can line it up either vertically or horizontally. Okay, and here we go. Look at how much easier that is. And look at how much nicer that looks. I love it. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and put this back in. And line it up once again. I'm going to turn this around so you can see better though first. Now, I'm just going to bring this to your attention. I'm going to move this, okay? What you're going to see is when we get down here, getting the upper part of the lining up is perfect. Getting down here, though, we don't have a line. If you're uncomfortable with that, no big worries. Just go ahead and draw your line all the way through. It'll work out just fine. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. Put it back up where it belongs. There we go. I want to hit that focus button once more because we definitely want to be in focus. And around we're going to go. These are snowflakes. These are snowflake templates. And when I was working with the designs, I really wanted something that represented snowflakes because there's a few facts about snowflakes. First off, I believe they're all six-sided. Yeah, they're six-sided snowflakes. And secondly, no two are exactly alike. That boggles my mind because I know how much snow we get every year. And it seems to me that it would be nearly impossible that no two are exactly alike. But that's what I hear. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to come this way. Okay, line up our templates. And come around, and I just got distracted. My dogs are outside barking like crazy. I didn't want to go that far, guys. I have a feeling my daughter is here. Okay, there we go. Because they love my son-in-law. Okay, round we're gonna go. Only halfway. There we go. Now let's go ahead and pull our circle back out. Now this time we have less room out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold that template. There we go. We're going to hold that template so we're sure to have that stable tape all together on the fabric. And I can line it up just like that out here. Okay, and around we're going to go. You see how beautiful the circles come out when you just relax. Take it easy. And it's amazing how beautiful things will stitch out if you are relaxed while you're stitching. Um, some people might say maybe a glass of wine would help. I don't know. I don't drink wine, so I can't go by me, sadly. Maybe I should. Maybe my stitching would be better if I did have a glass of wine, right? Okay, here we go. And around we're going to come. And back down. Stop at the top of our previous rotation. I'm going to make sure my needle is down. I'm going to go ahead and twist my template around. Now this template, I have stable tape on both sides. Why? I don't know. I don't need it on both sides because it's a symmetric template. If it's symmetrical, you don't need tape on both sides, just one side. So what that means is we don't flip it, we twist it. And then back in the center. Whoops, I missed the center just a little bit. And we're going to put a couple more in. And we don't need to take that off yet. What do you guys think? Are you thinking these are cool templates? Are you liking this? Yeah. Oh, Susan. Okay. Regina asks, what size are the designs? Circles, arrows, and the tree looking one. That's the nice thing about it, Regina. The circle is, I think it's a half an inch or a quarter inch. Let me just double check that. I happen to have a ruler here. Okay, it's a half an inch. The circle is half an inch. But as far as the rest of them, they can be any size that you want them to be for this, depending on where you put the template. And I'll tell you what, okay, you guys have seen enough of this. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that, Regina, okay? So if I put my foot here and come to do my rotation all the way around, what I'm going to end up with is and it's right here. That's that side. So this is this side. It's going to be a 5.5-inch template or a 5.5-inch design. Okay. If I start here and go around and stop here, it'll be a 3-inch. If I go here, around, and here, it'll be a 4-inch, and so forth. So if I come here and start and stop here, it's going to be a 6-inch. Does that make sense? So it's 3 inches total design. Let me get my black paper out here. We want the letter numbers to be facing upright. So if I start and stop here, between here and here is 3 inches. So the entire design will be 6 inches. And you can't see that very well. So let me go ahead and move that, okay? I want you to be able to see. And I'm glad you asked this question. It's a good one to ask because it's multi-size. You can have it be more than one. So let's do that again. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Okay. This will be 6 inches. So if you start and stop here, it'll be 3 inches per side. 6.5 inches will be 3.25 inches per side. 7 inches will be 3.5 inches per side. And it can go up to 8 inches. So you'll have 4 inches on each side. If you flip it over and you use the spin effects here, it's going to go from 3 inches to 5.5 inches. Okay, so it's multi-size, and that's what makes these templates so versatile as far as I'm concerned. I love that. Now, as far as the arrow is concerned, let me take a look here. Okay, we've got, you can make the diamond, you can make the entire arrow, or you can do just the bottom half of the arrow. Let me see what it says as far as sizes are concerned. I've never been asked that question. I haven't. Okay. The diamond is 1 inch wide and 1.5 inches tall. The arrow portion, and that's just this portion of it here. The arrow portion is 1 inch wide and 1.5 inches tall. So that's from here to here. And then we have a space between them of 1 3/4 inches. So you could go anywhere in here and stitch out and go ahead and get your arrow just like this shows. Or you can do the diamonds like this. This would be kind of cool all in a row in this orientation because it would look like a chevron. The other thing that's really nice about these templates is it has the side ruler here for us as well. And this again is 1/2 inch. Does that answer those questions, Regina? I hope I've explained them well enough. Okay. Okay. Susan Anderson says, I haven't found tape that holds the gates well. Susan, what I use is R&K tape. It's a pink tape, just like that. You can buy it. Check your local quilt shop. If they sell So Steady templates, chances are real good they've got this tape. If not, let me know and I can help you with that, okay? Well, Anita, welcome from Arabi, Georgia. Good to see you. Ah, okay. Thank you, Regina, for letting me know. Suzanne says they are very interesting. A lot of options with them. There really are. Well, Kathy Dewey, welcome. So good to see you. Okay, guys, let's take a look at some other things, okay? And one of the things I want to do is just go ahead and do a few of this as we're doing a spinifex. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at, okay, now I have to read this, and y'all know that I've got presbyopia, okay, which doesn't mean anything more than old eyes. Just a fancy name for old eyes, okay? I hope you're laughing because I sure laugh about it. Okay, so I'm going to say, let's make it 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 7-inch mark right here. That's where my needle's going to go, right in my crosshair. And it's going to go at 7 inches, and I'm going to line this up. Pull that thread up. And, well, I think I'm going to get it up. There we go. You are quite welcome, Susan, for the tape recommendation. I've just found I've tried several different things, and I always come back to the RK tape. And yeah, it just works the best. It really does. And don't forget to leave that little pinched over edge so you can take it off and put it back on easily. You will see me do that several times in the video that I put out today. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be 7 inches. And when I say 7 inches, it's 7 inches from tip to tip, okay? Isn't this fun to stitch? Can't you just feel how smooth and easy this is? It's very similar to our spinning branch template. I'm going to come back to center. There we go. And I'm just going to twist. I'm going to keep it lined up on 7. Well, you know what? Just for grins and giggles, let's go to 7.5. Just because. No, let's leave at 7 because I want you to see this. This secondary design that comes in here reminds me of a heart. And that's for you all because I miss you. Okay, here we go. And here's our little heart. Is that cool or what? And it's going to look different each time. I mean, for each different size. This is kind of a skewed heart. And around we're going to go. And back to center. And this is the heart that I was talking about right here. That to me is a heart. And Lee, that would be an awesome template design, right? To go ahead and template that little heart, and it would be like 2 ribbons being wound together as one. Oh, I'm so sappy. Okay, here we go. Let's do one more of these. And I was doing 7 inches. Let's go ahead and knock this one out at 8 inches, just because we can. This is practice, guys. Now, I have a straight space here, and I'm always telling you when you're making circular or curves, you should shorten up your stitch length a little bit. And if you have circular and or curved together with straight, my suggestion is keep all the stitches consistent. So in other words, on the straight areas, go ahead and go a little smaller with your stitch length. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh, I just had an idea. Okay. That's dangerous. Me and ideas are really dangerous, I think, sometimes. Well, at least my father used to say. I always said, Dad, I got this scathingly brilliant idea. And he said, how much is it going to cost me? Every time. Ah, okay, so there we go. Now, what we can do is when we turn it, we've got the same thing going on. We can start at 3 inches here and go all the way up to 5.5 inches here. So you can see that we've got a whole lot of different sizes that we can use. Now what I want to do is I want to do this little fella, okay? Just simply because he's so darn cute. All right, let's go ahead and put that in and do some of him. Oh, Linda, I am so sorry. I will let Stacy know. It shouldn't be because she did fix it. She said she put it on today. So, yes, Regina, the coupon code can be used for both. Uh, will I be on Facebook for the Thursday class? Um, you know what, Deanna? I'm not sure. I would assume so because Stacy sets those up. I don't. So, but I'm sure that I'll be on Facebook as well as here on YouTube. Okay. Uh, okay. All right, good. We've answered all those questions. Yeah, I will text her tonight. She'll get it in the morning and we'll go from there because I know that she said we'll do it. She asked me for my code, so I gave it to her. Okay, here we go. This is the arrow. And we're going to do this arrow like a spinifex. And around and back down we're going to go. Now, one of the things too that may help a little bit with the needle channel is when you're going close to it, it might be a good idea to put your hand on both sides of it like this. And let me show you what I mean. Yeah, I'm not really sure how far I came out. I wasn't paying attention, guys. Okay, I was thinking about this needle channel. There we go. So this is what I mean. You see when I'm holding it like this, I'm holding it here to make sure that it stays steady. But when I do that, you'll see that this side pops up just a little bit. So I'm going to try holding those down together and let's see how that works. No, I just have a little bit of a jog there. I will report that so we can be more careful with that in the future, okay? There we go. And back to center. And I'll do one more. This time I'm going to come this way and see if that resolves that little jog for me. And it just might. It's all about finding a solution, right? And there, now it came out perfect. So try using the template in the opposite direction. See how that works for you. And maybe that's the key. There we go. Now, I want to do one more thing for Regina. And I think this is going to be fun. I have not done this yet, so this is going to be the first time I'm trying this. Okay, you see how beautiful that is? Of course, I think it looks better on 8 rotations rather than using 16. So what we're going to do is we're just going to throw this template on here, okay? And we're going to go all the way around it. And then we're going to measure it. I think I know how big it is, but you can never be quite sure, right? Okay, here we go. This Now this being template would be perfect. It's not working for you either, Sandy. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I will text Stacy and ask her to fix that for us. Okay, here we go. One stitch in place. And around we're going to go. Oh my goodness, this is such a fun template. Okay, I'm going to stop right here because I want to move my hands and get rid of this extra thread. We don't need it. There we go. It's gone now. Okay, remember I am holding this down together. I'm not heaving on it or anything. I'm just trying to keep everything at the same level, and look at that, went over without a hitch. Okay. And we're going to come back to center. And again, I'm going to stop with my needle down because I want to move my hands up. And here we go. I love this. And there is our arrow. Okay. What do you guys think? This is a great set of templates. If you got the Elevate box, you've got this set of templates. If you don't, you can buy this set of templates, definitely. So this from tip to stirred tail is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches, Regina. No, let me get it back under here. There, 5 inches from here to here. So we got some work done tonight, guys. Awesome. I am so glad to see y'all. It has been so much fun being here. And oh, yes, it can be used for both templates, Regina. Definitely can. Um, Boy, I can't wait to see you again. Is this a set? Oh, good question. These are 2 separate templates. They are not a set. Okay, just so you're aware. It might be a good idea to ask for it to be a set, though. You never know, right? Oh, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I have had a ball, and I am so happy to see all of you. And yes, Lee, it would make a cool border. If I had another hour, there's a few things I'd love to show you. Julie, thank you so much. It's good to see you. Linda, thank you. My Michigander buddy and my friend Linda. I am so blessed to have you all here. I really am. And it's just so nice to see you all. And I will be back. This won't be the last time seeing me. And until we meet again, let's quilt.
Okay, now, who is looking for a full winter quilting experience? This winter Elevate quilt box is available now through March 18th with options starting at just $75 through our club stores or $99 to try it. Each box includes over $400 with tools, fabric, thread, and guided projects with everything you need to stay inspired all season long. It's the perfect way to learn, to quilt, and to grow in your quilting experience this winter.